is the second half of today's podcast, Sunday, November 9th, 2025. MMAOB Daily Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Adam Martin, Big Marcel over there. And we're going to preview UFC 322. Marcel, I'm hyped for this card, man. This card is this is one of the best cards of the year for sure. I mean, it's absolutely stacked. Like, almost every fight in the card is, really interesting to me, especially the main event. Islam Makhachev and Della Maddalena, Marcel, for the UFC welterweight title. I'm excited. I just tweeted out the podcast, by the way. I'm going to retweet it right now. Dude, I'm hyped to talk about this card. I mean, on paper, I would say is it a 10? It might be.
There is never a 10 in my opinion, so
Okay.
I go 8.5.
I'll say definitely. Okay, you're right about 9. I'll say a 9. 9.5. There we go. Okay. I'm very high in this card. I think it's a very good card. I think there's a lot of interesting fights on it, and I'm looking forward to talking about it with you, man. Let me pull up the odds here. We'll go through them. There was a late notice fight added as well. I don't see it on the list, but I'll talk about that fight first.
Sure.
Slava Borshchev and Matheus Camilo, Marcel.
Matheus.
That's the first. I'll say it's the first fight. It's not listed on UFC.com yet, but we'll talk about that. All right, cool. I think people are going to jump in now let's do it. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I just posted in the Discord, so maybe people come up.
I'm with Knox. This card's awesome. I think it's a fantastic card. All right, cool. Give me 1 sec here, Marcel. I got to get the YouTube thing sorted out, but I think everything's good. Yeah, were you surprised? While I'm fixing this, were you surprised that they added the fight last minute?
No.
Okay. You knew about it. You knew about it? Okay.
I'm talking a little bit further. So I got told about Camilo when he didn't have a fight in Abu Dhabi because of Abdul Karim's Al Sawadi pulled out. They were going to rebook him as soon as possible. I got told he was going to be booked for November 8th, so for last weekend's card. Then nothing came up, and then I knew there would be something soon, and it was November 15th, so yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's awesome that you got to know about that before me. Of course you did. All right, cool. Let me just get this set up. Almost 1 sec, guys. We do everything on the fly here, so just joking. No, just better to get the timestamp thing ready to go so people can listen right away. But yeah, 2 title fights. I mean, I feel like, I don't know what you think, but I feel like the women's fight kind of is being completely overlooked on this card, and it's a good fight, man. Bailey and Valentina.
It's okay fight. It's actually a real good fight, but I'm just not really hyped for it, to be honest. But
I feel like a lot of people feel that way, I don't think you're alone, but I like the fight personally.
I like it as well. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just not hyped for it,
That's fair. You're hyped for the main event, I'm assuming, though.
Yeah, that's a good fight, of course. And obviously, I want to see how that pans out. So yes, for sure.
I agree. Mr. Nice Guy, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here, man. Appreciate the support, dude. Yeah, Antoine, what's up, man? Let's get into this card. Antoine likes the card as well. I like it too. What's up, Collectibles? It's always good in Madison Square Garden. Although, I mean, the fighters, they get taxed a lot here. So
yeah.
I think some of them don't want to fight in MSG, but the card's incredible. Anyways, all right, let's get into the card. Like I said, we'll start with the first fight here, which is a brand new fight, Marcel, which was added on the weekend, I think. I don't know how did they have more time than that, or was it just 1 week's notice? You know?
I think it's 1 week's notice. It's because they wanted to have Camilo on November 8th, so yeah.
Right on. Okay, so we got Slava Borshchev taking on Matheus Camilo. Odds for this one: Camilo minus 165, Borshchev plus 145. Slava actually opened as a small favorite. The line flipped pretty much right away, and Camilo is a small favorite. I'll let you start. Go ahead.
Yeah, we should have done this podcast right when that line opened, because then we had an underdog. At least I would have had an underdog.
Same. I'll spoil it right now. Same. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick Borshchev for the simple reason that there is a clear path to beat him, and that's grappling,
Yeah.
Borshchev has fun striking to watch, but I think Camilo knows this as well. And Camilo needs to win after a pretty bad debut last time, or a bad finish, in the debut. That he was looking good in early, but then lost to Green.
Yeah.
I'm going with Camilo here. I think he gets a submission. I'm going with submission win second round for Camilo.
I pretty much agree. I mean, I wasn't sure at first, but I went and watched some fights of him, including the one from the Korean Zombies promotion, where he actually gets taken down a bit in that fight, but he did way more damage. The guy's face was so busted up, and the judges gave it to him. I think he's a pretty good fighter overall, man. I think his striking's pretty good, and a very good ground game, good submissions. With Borshchev, he came into the UFC, had obviously he has some knockout power, really good striking, but a terrible ground game. And I think he's got a really bad record now. I think is he 3-8 or something? Let me double check. It's not good. It's not good though, man.
I think his total record is 11-8 or something. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's not good. He has a lot of losses in the UFC. He just can't grapple really too well. So I think he gets taken down and submitted here. So I'm with you. Matheus Camilo by submission. We have the same pick. All right, let's go to the next fight here. We have a middleweight bout, Marcel, between Baisangur Susurkaev and
Yep.
Eric McConico. And I mean, as expected, you want to guess the odds? I'll let you guess.
I think Baisangur is minus 1,200.
Mine's 800, so pretty close. I mean, like realistically, it's not that much different. Eric McConico plus 575. I don't think there's a lot to say about this fight. This is just a horrible matchup for Eric. I think Baisangur's a little overhyped. I got to be honest with you, man. Like, I'm not buying him as like this, incredible, unbeatable fighter, like a Hamzat or something like that. But like this fight, he should win. Like, he should definitely be the faster guy. He should have more power. He might even have grappling advantage potentially too. I mean, Eric has probably a little bit more, higher level experience, but this is clearly a fight that the UFC booked for Baisangur to shine once again. And he didn't look amazing as Eric Nolan before he got the finish. He had struggled a bit in that fight, but this one, he has experience on the UFC. I think he'll hopefully fight smarter, Marcel, in this one. I think he finishes Eric in the first round. You agree?
Yeah, man. I mean, I have Susurkaev by submission in the first round. The thing is, like,
Sure.
The first fight he fought against Eric Nolan, he was in trouble at a certain moment in that fight, but also take in mind that he had to cut weight twice in 1 week and in less than 4 or 5 days, and maybe that also did something on his the way he fought. So, yeah, Susurkaev, I'm taking him by submission first round. And McConico, I remember picking him against Rudziboyev.
Yeah.
Which was like a pretty crazy pick, but sometimes I do these things.
I picked him against your boy Cody Brundage, and he somehow won that fight. So.
Yeah, he won a split decision. I didn't agree with that, but he won a split decision, so credit where credit's due. So I picked twice wrong. I picked him once and he lost, and I picked him not once and then he won. So I don't pick him this time. So let's see if he does it again.
Imagine he wins. Holy shit, that'd be crazy. What's up, Craig? Glad to have you here, brother. By the way, who's this Glenn Chimaev guy? I saw who is this?
I mean, you have this guy in Brave. I don't know his exact name, but
he looks like Hamzat, right?
Like and then Ben Davis retweeted, and he's like Glenn Chimaev, like he did with the Poirier guy.
Yeah,
remember?
I know that's what the joke was. I just didn't know who the guy was. I'm like, wait, this guy looks like Chimaev. Anyways, let's go to the next right here. Women's strawweight bout. Angela Hill against Fatima Kline. Fatima is minus 450. Angela plus 350. I think kind of a straightforward fight to pick too. I think Fatima is just a better fighter right now, probably better prospect, more potential, faster, better grappler. Striking, to be honest with you, Angela might actually, have some, something to throw at her on the feet. But I think Fatima's going to take this fight down, grind it out. I think it's possible she submits her. But I think most likely, Marcel, I think the safe pick, Marcel, as you like to say, is Fatima by decision because Angela's pretty tough, right? Is that what you have?
Yeah, I mean, Angela kind of disappointed me in her last fight against Yasmin Lucindo, I mean, it was pretty clear win for Lucindo. Angela has been a long time, that she fought also the better girls in the division, and she went to really close decisions all the time. But the last one wasn't really good, in my opinion. Kline actually looks really good. She only lost her debut in the weight class up against Just Vicious. I'm taking Fatima Kline here. I think she wins. Maybe even a finish, but I'm going with decision.
I think it's possible. Man, that knockover, super smelly, was definitely nice,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a decision is probably the safe pick, but I think a finish is possible, guys. What's up, Jackson? Glad to have you here, brother. It's a good card. I agree. And yeah, I agree. It's true. I mean, she kind of like she's a fighter that's done well at an older age, but like she's kind of like at some point they always hit a wall. These older fighters, and that last fight with Lucinda was not a good performance. So I don't expect anything better here. All right, let's go to the next fight here, Marcel. This is one of the tougher fights to call, in my opinion.
Interesting one.
Yeah, Chepe Meerschaert versus Pat Sabatini is a rematch. Chepe won a split decision the first time. Pat Sabatini is actually the favorite now, minus 135. Chepe plus 115. This is a tough fight. Hit the button for me. I'll take a dog shot here on Chepe. It's not a confident dog shot. This is like a true 50-50 fight, in my opinion. It's tough to call, I think. I'll let your thoughts in a second. I'm just taking Chepe because I think the guy's a dog. He's always fighting. He's one of those guys that we talk about, Marcel, fights for your money, right? 5-0 in the UFC. I got to ride with the momentum, with the wave of momentum here with the guy that, is going to fight for your money. But, like, Pat's a good fighter. Pat's looked good lately, 2 straight wins. He's great in the ground. The fact that they did fight before and Chepe, edged a split decision, I like that. Although, again, every fight's different. So, I'm not super confident, but I'll take Chepe by decision in, like, kind of back and forth fight where he just lands better shots and does more damage, I would say. What do you think? All right, consensus, dog. Are you confident though, or
It's kind of a close fight, I feel like,
yeah,
I think I'm also picking Chepe. I like how he fights. I think he's entertaining. He's also pretty good overall.
sure.
I kind of expect him to get a little bit higher, how do you say that, a little bit higher up in competition to this fight. But still, Sabatini has looked good lately. I kind of agree with you. I would go with decision as well. And I think it will be a close fight again, so yeah.
I think this fight could be like a sleeper fight on the card. Like, I think no one's going to talk about this fight, but it could be really fun, I think. Especially if it goes to the ground, which it might, All right, let's go to the next fight here. We have a middleweight bout, Marcel, between Gerald Meerschaert and Kyle Daukaus, who made his UFC return in the last fight and knocked out Michel Pereira in the first round. Great upset there for him. This time around, Marcel, you're not getting dog odds on him. Minus 350, Kyle. Plus 285 Gerald, so pretty heavy underdog. I mean, listen, I love Gerald. He's a veteran, but geez, man, that last fight with Mihail Oleksiejczuk, dude, I get Mihail as a big hitter. That was like such a bad performance, man. It just like made me really unsure if he should be fighting anymore. And to be honest with you, dude, I kind of think that same thing happens here. I think he gets knocked out again. I hate to say it because I like Gerald, but Kyle to me is a guy who's improved leaps and bounds since he first left the UFC. He's got better striking now than ever before, and he's just the more durable guy in this matchup. I think Kyle knocks him out, dude. What do you think?
I feel the same way. I mean, Gerald Meerschaert, like you, I like the guy a lot as well. Very friendly dude, and
Sure.
a pretty good fighter overall.
Most submissions ever by a middleweight, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
most finishes.
Yeah, record holder. So, but Daukaus still looks like he's actually in his prime now. So I think Daukaus finishes him as well. I feel the same way. I'm going with the knockout TKO first round for Kyle, I think.
Yeah, by the way, H, I'm seeing your questions. I forgot to answer this earlier. He asked if I'd been in New York City. I've been there once. It was like 15 years ago. It was fun. I really enjoyed it, but I haven't been back. I wouldn't mind going back. I've been to Buffalo a few times as well. Buffalo's like 2-hour drive for me, so it's not far. But I'd like to go back to New York. You haven't been there since. You haven't been to the States before, so.
Of course you want to go to Buffalo to eat your chicken wings.
That's chicken wings, dude. It's funny you know that because actually I think that's where they kind of,
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings or something,
Yeah, that's a restaurant. All right, let's go to the...
Okay, Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's there. I make the...
Do they have those all in
Yeah.
Fair enough.
We don't have that one that...
Popeyes.
No, we don't have the one. What Cormier was like, no, we don't
Marcel would be eating the chicken sandwich. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. Marcel, give me your thoughts on this fight. Bantamweight bout here between Malcolm Wellmaker, Dan Levy's guy, and Cody Haddon, who is Alex Bahunan's guy. So interesting fight here, man.
Yeah.
Odds for this one, Marcel, are interesting. So they actually opened Cody as a favorite, and the line flipped, but it's still close. Minus 140 Malcolm, plus 120 Cody. So very, very close odds. And considering like Malcolm's usually like a minus 1,000 favorite, I mean, it's very close. I guess you could start. What do you think about this fight? Really? Let's go.
I'm picking Cody here, man.
You know Dan's gonna hate you, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dan. Dan, I love you, dude. You know that, but I'm picking Cody. Listen, last week I didn't pick Cody, and then he hated me as well. I'm picking Cody, and now he hates me. I mean, what else? But hey, I'm being honest here, man. I think Malcolm Wellmaker is a really good fighter. He's a fun guy to watch, but the level of competition he fought so far is not really impressive, to be really honest. And I think Cody is really good overall. He's a good ground game as well. We saw it against Dan Argueta. I'm picking Cody, and I'm picking Cody by submission. So I'm picking Cody.
Do you think Malcolm might like gas out, kind of?
Yeah, but I think Cody's really good on the ground. I don't think Malcolm. Yeah, that's my pick.
I thought he looked great against Dan Argueta. I mean, that was just a solid performance. He stuffed like most takedowns on the feet, did a shitload of damage. He definitely has a chance. I do think that Malcolm should be the favorite in this fight, so I think that the line corrected itself. I'm not 100% sure he wins. Like, I think this is I think it's a harder fight than some people think. But the odds are close though, so people do think that he's good. At the same time, though, I mean, like Malcolm's undefeated, he's melting everyone in his way. That always worries me because like what happens if the fight gets extended? But at the same time, like he hasn't given me a reason to like doubt him either. And it's not like Cody. It's not like Cody's. Yeah, I know. Cody's only losses to Steve Erceg, which is not bad. It's definitely a step up from Chris Boutinho for sure. Mm-hmm. I will say there'll be a harder fight in his career. Like, does he knock him out? I don't know. But to be honest with you, man, Like, that's how he wins his fights. I guess I'll just go with Malcolm by knockout, and just that's the quote unquote safe pick. But I think, I respect your dog pick here. I don't think it's crazy. Like, I don't think you're nuts. Like with the Jackson McVeigh pick, I think this
Oh,
fight's like.
I'm nuts, but not because of my pick, but I'm nuts. That's true.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's go to the next fight. So you have another underdog there. Awesome. Okay, let's go to the next fight here. And this one, Marcel, I think is a very straightforward fight to call, and I know you agree with me. Erin Blanchfield, Tracy Cortez, the rematch from their fight in Invicta, which Tracy won by controversial split decision, which you don't agree with to this day. You always told me Erin won that fight.
Mhm.
They've both been in the UFC for a while now. Tracy's been in the UFC for 6 years. I couldn't believe when I saw that. Crazy. Anyways, odds for this one. Blanchfield minus 240, Tracy plus 205. That seems about accurate to me. I think Blanchfield wins this fight by decision. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. To me, the grappling, I actually think she's the better grappler too, because Rose took down Tracy. So I actually think Erin could take her down, but I think most likely takes place in the feet. I think Erin's the better striker too. I don't think Erin's an amazing striker, but I think she's the better striker. I just think this is honestly a straightforward fight. I just don't think Tracy Cortez is that good, man.
I've not much to add to that. I completely agree with you, and I feel like the UFC wants to try to push Tracy Cortez for some reason. But
are they hoping she wins? Do you think?
I think they do. Yeah, they think they're like, oh, we can give her the rematch. We can look at Blanchfield can make the road right, and let's see if Cortez can still win against her. I don't really think Cortez even deserves to fight Blanchfield right now, man, to be honest. But Blanchfield for me, unanimous decision.
Just sprawl and brawl, basically, or you think she gets some takedowns potentially too?
Both. I mean, I think as long as she needs to initiate, she doesn't need Cortez to initiate, because if she gets on her back, then maybe there's a possibility that Cortez can win rounds. Yeah. But I don't see it. I'm going with Blanchfield.
All right, let's go to the next fight here. This is one of my favorite fights in the card. Roman Kopylov taking on Gregory Rodrigues, Robocop. Odds for this one, Robocop minus 160, Kopylov plus 140. Dude, I'm all over Robocop in this one. I can't take Kopylov after that last fight with Costa. There's no way. I mean, I love the guy. Great striker. I bet on him a bunch, especially those head kick knockouts he had earlier. But, dude, geez, that was such a bad performance by him. And, it's not like this is an easier fight. Gregory Rodrigues is so good, dude. Incredible knockout power we saw against Jack Hermanson, completely laid him to waste. And here's the thing, Marcel. I think he could take him down, too, in this fight. Maybe work the ground game, too. So I actually think he's better everywhere. He could get tagged and knocked out. That's possible. But I'm on Gregory Rodrigues. I think he wins this fight. And what did I write down? I took Gregory by submission. Because I think he'll take him down, man, and submit him maybe. What do you think about that?
Unless Gregory gets clocked on the chin, he wins this fight, Do you think
he can submit him too? Do you think I'm crazy for that?
Or no, why not? I mean, Gregory Rodrigues has a really underrated ground game, a really underrated jiu-jitsu. The thing is, he's one of these jiu-jitsu guys who fell in love with the striking, I mean, if he falls in love too much with the striking, Kopylov has a chance to knock him out. Don't get me wrong, but I'm picking Robocop here as well. Maybe by TKO, ground and pound, or by a submission after a knockdown,
Yeah, I don't. Is it true? I guess he hasn't had a sub yet. No, he has 3 submissions. Actually, he has three. Not in the UFC, but he has 3 submissions.
Yeah.
I just think it'd be smarter to take. I agree that he doesn't have the best fight IQ because he likes to stand and trade. He likes bonuses, but that's the easiest path in this fight, in my opinion.
I agree with Knox. Seems like a smart guy.
What do you say,
Greg? I think Greg can win easily, but he loves to stand and bang.
Maybe he'll get knocked. I mean, true. You're acting like it's not possible he could submit him. I think it's possible for sure. But anyways, yeah, I think most people would pick him by knockout. I think that would be the easiest way to kind of think of this fight. But I think he knocks. I think he could submit him. So, do you guys think Malcolm has top 10 potential? Maybe we'll see after this fight. Let's go to the next fight here. We have the the prelim main event, Bo Nickal against Rodolfo Vieira, which was on the main card and people complained it got moved. So, Bo
surprised they did that.
Same. I thought they put him in the main, but they're giving him a big spot here. It's actually more people will watch this, to be honest with you. Bo Nickal minus 230, Rodolfo plus 195. I mean, listen, am I down on him? Sure, but at the same time, man, I think he wins this fight. Because I just don't think Rodolfo's an amazing striker by any means, and on the ground, could he submit him? I guess, but I kind of think Bo will keep it standing and outstrike him. I kind of think it looks like the Paul Craig fight from I think Madison Square Garden last year, right?
Yeah. Do you think if Bo wins that he gets fight for the title?
Next.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, man. Obviously not.
Jesus. No, but I mean, I think he might get a top 15 guy again, potentially. I think Bo keeps it standing. I think it's going to be not a great fight, and I think he wins a decision like Paul Craig.
I say Bo Nickal KO round 1.
Okay, so you take him by knockout.
Yeah.
Rodolfo has been knocked out. Has he? I don't think he has been, but it's possible for
There's
sure.
There's a first time for everything. You and your Jeff Molina video, so there's a first time for everything.
Cody actually dropped him. Actually. And I kind of agree with Blake. If this fight was before the fight with RDR, I think he's like minus like 500.
Yeah.
Maybe more. By the way, thank you, Blake. He said give a like. Yeah, I appreciate that. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. First fight in the main card. Got a really good main card here. Beneil Dariush taking on Benoit Saint-Denis. Benoit minus 180, Beneil plus 155. I think it's a really fun fight. I definitely think Beneil has a chance. I'm not sure. You might take the dog here. I'm kind of leaning towards Benoit because
what's the dog?
Beneil's an underdog. Okay. I'm kind of leaning Benoit just because, like, man, he looked great in the last fight, but like he's more of a finisher, and Beneil gets finished like quite often. I would say. Most of his losses are by finish. His chin's not the best. Benoit has some power. Benoit is aggressive. He moves forward. I'm not saying Benoit is incredible, and as this fight gets deeper, Beneil will have the advantage. But to be honest, man, I think Benoit will. I think he might knock him out. I think he's going to knock him out. That's my pick. Benoit by knockout. What do you think?
I only picked twice against Benoit on this podcast, and it was against Bonfim and against Eliseu Zaleski dos Santos. The Bonfim pick was horrible, but I'm picking BSD again. I think he wins.
Knockout or submission?
I think both is possible, to be honest. I'm going with TKO, but I think both is possible. And I'm going TKO early second round.
Yeah, no, I have the same pick as you. Now, again, if he doesn't knock him out early, he might get tired. We'll see.
But yeah, that's possible.
I like this one too. Battle of the Bennies. Beneil versus Benoit. I like it. All right, let's go to the next fight here, guys. We have a really good fight. I mean, this could be in a main event on like a fight night card easily. Yeah. Leon Edwards taking on Carlos Prates. Great fight. Prates minus 200, Leon plus 170. So what's interesting about this fight is like Leon's never been knocked out, right? And Prates knocks everyone out. So that's what's interesting about this fight. Leon's saying like he's going to go in there and shock the world again. I just don't really believe him anymore, man. I hate to say it, but I just don't. I mean, I think, you talk about guys that have just really slowed down. Like, he hasn't looked good at all in the last couple of fights. He looked so bad against Sean Brady. And Sean's great, and we'll talk about him in a minute because he's on this card too. But terrible performance. And but the law fight was like, it was competitive, but like not really. He obviously clearly lost the decision, even though the round by round scoring, it was somewhat close. I don't know. I mean, I just think Leon at this point, he's 34, but has a lot of fights in the UFC. He's taken a lot of punishment, and Prates hits hard as hell. I guess Leon could be more technical potentially, but I think Prates will have like the bigger moments hurt him. Prates always wins the UFC by knockout, but I don't know if he knocks out Leon. I'm kind of leaning a decision, man, to be honest with you. But I think that Carlos wins the fight. You agree? Taking a dog. There we go. Wow. Let's go.
Listen, I'm not as convinced about Carlos Prates as you are and a lot of other people. I think he's a pretty good fighter.
Sure.
Leon Edwards is still, I mean, I'm also not high on Leon Edwards at all. I've never been, but I still think he's a better fighter overall. And I think this is a striker, and this thing is like, Leon is a guy, if he gets a striker, he can be really technical, keep it on the outside, like True would say, weasel his way into a win.
He might.
And don't be surprised if Leon going to grapple here against Prates, because he probably has also better grappling than Prates, I think, So I'm going decision win for Leon. That's how I'm picking here,
Hey, it's an interesting fight. I mean, I like the fight. Let's go to the next fight here. A guy we just mentioned, Sean Brady, Marcel, taking on Michael Morales, and I think another outstanding fight that, again, could easily headline a card. It really could. Mm-hmm. The only bad thing about these fights is they're not 5 rounds, because I think they both could use the 5 rounds. But odds for this one, as you'd expect, Sean Brady is the favorite, minus 150. Morales plus 130. I'll get your start on this one. What do you think?
Yeah, interesting fight, of course. Sean Brady only lost one time in the UFC, and that was against former champion Bilal. A lot of people clown him for it, but afterwards, pretty not a bad loss at all. It happens. And man, he has looked good as of lately. He completely dominated Edwards in London, submitted him as well. He looked really good in that fight. Morales has looked amazing as well, but not against the level of competition Brady fought. But that's okay. I mean, he's up and coming. got the good wins overall against Burns, against Magny. So yeah, I mean, interesting fight, but I think the grappling of Brady will be pretty heavy in this one. It's a 3-round fight. Morales not bad in grappling at all, but I think Brady is like elite. And if it comes to that, I'm going with Sean Brady by decision. I think he wins at least 2 of the 3 rounds. Maybe a third round will be a little bit more difficult, but I'm taking him for sure.
Yeah, it's an interesting fight. Both the welterweight fights are really interesting. I also find it, use the same word, interesting that he gets that Brady doesn't get like one of the top 5 guys. He gets a guy that's on the way up.
Yeah,
and that says to me that the UFC doesn't necessarily believe in him as a striker yet. Obviously, we know his ground game is amazing, but now he's taking on a guy Morales who has like really good takedown defense and massive knockout power. I'm hitting the button for you. I'm taking the dog. I don't like betting against Brady because I think he's really good. Obviously, if he can get the takedowns here, he probably will win the fight. And I mean, he might get some, but like I actually think that it won't be the easiest to get takedowns on this Morales guy. I think he's just a big, strong, young guy. On the feet, I think he's got just crazy knockout power. I believe in this guy. I think he's like super legit. I think the UFC matchmakers like him too, and they think he could potentially upset the card here. So I think I'm going to take a dog shot Morales by knockout. And did you say Brady by decision or submission? What did you say?
I said decision.
Yeah, I think he's going to get knocked out, but we'll see. I mean, again, this fight could go either way for sure. They're both hard fights to call, in my opinion. So let's go to the next fight here, Marcel. We have the co-main event 5-round UFC women's flyweight title fight between Valentina Shevchenko and former strawweight champ Weili Zhang, who's moving up. Odds for this one have Valentina small favorite, minus 130. Zhang plus 110. Hit the button for him and take the dog. Taking Zhang. Take her by decision. I think this is going to be a good fight. But, Valentina's good. But she is getting both like older, I would say. But Valentina's just, to me, more like damage in her fights, and I just think she's gonna have to grapple in this fight. I think on the feet, Weili's gonna outstrike her. That's really how I think about this fight. I think Weili has looked incredible lately. She's improving rapidly more than Valentina. I would say Valentina's like a finished product. Even though Weili's a little bit older, I think she's still getting better. I think Valentina will get takedown throughout the fight. I think it's going 5 rounds, but I think Weili will be able to stop some of them. And then on the feet, I think she does more damage and lands more strikes and wins a decision. So the odds are tight. I mean, this line could flip back because it's been flipping back and forth. But I'm going to take Zhang by decision to win the belt. What do you think?
Yeah, it fucking pisses me off that the line flipped because now I don't have an underdog. I'm picking Valentina here, man. It's her division. She's maybe not she's not improving anymore, but she's at a certain level in my opinion, and she's striking good. She can grapple. We saw it against Grasso, although Grasso is not Zhang, but at the same time, listen, Zhang has looked good, amazing, but this is a weight class up against the best girl who ever fought in that division, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
And Shevchenko is still good,
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking Shevchenko by decision, man. I think she can win. She can grapple. She can out-grapple her for sure. Striking will be more, how do you say that? More competitive, I think. But yeah, Valentina for me, man. I don't even have a doubt, to be really honest.
Yeah, fair enough. And I think it's a great fight. I mean, I'm excited for it. So it's flying under the radar, but as we get closer to the card, I'm excited. All right, final fight of the card, guys. Main event, which is obviously the best fight in the card and one of the best fights of the year. Jack Della Maddalena taking on Islam Makhachev for the UFC welterweight title. Islam moving up in weight. Odds for this one: Islam, the challenger, minus 250. Jack, the champion, plus 210. So I will say this: I think that Jack will get a lot of love this week. I think people are going to take the underdog. And I was there in Montreal when he beat Bilal. He looked incredible. I mean, he looked amazing. But the thing is, Marcel, I'm not betting against Islam. I can't do it, dude. The guy on a 15-fight win streak who's, if he wins this fight, ties the record with Anderson Silva for 16 in a row. I have to go with Islam. Like, I think the odds are a little bit, inflated, but like at the same time, dude, like, I can't bet against this guy. He's just too good. I think he needs to grapple, though, for sure. I know Jack has good takedown defense, good get-ups, but I still think Islam's better on the ground. Also, Islam, he's got a good submission game. I'm kind of leaning towards Islam by submission. That's what I'm thinking here, but it won't be easy. Jack's very good. Now, if Jack wins, I wouldn't be completely shocked because he's very good, and it's obviously moving up in weight, but at the same time, again, I'm not betting against Islam. I just don't think that's a profitable venture, so Islam by submission. What are you thinking?
Yeah, so it's an interesting fight because for sure, I mean, I think Jack is The striking of Jack is probably a little bit better. I would say more technical, but Islam completely owns him on the ground, in my opinion. And I know a lot of people say he did well against Bilal. He definitely did. He kept standing a lot. But Islam is a different kind of fighter, in my opinion. And also a lot of people will say, but Basalhaf has got him down. I mean, he had 2 weight cuts in that week, or in 10 days. So I give him a little bit of slack there, Still won the fight, although it was close. But and we also saw the Gilbert Burns fight that he struggled with the grappling. He knocked out Burns in the 3rd round, but I think he was behind on 2 scorecards. 2-0. So, yeah, I think if it's striking, he has a good chance, but I think Islam takes him down. And Islam is a guy who looks for a finish. So I'm taking Islam by either a decision or a submission for Islam, one of the two. I'm going with let's not be a bitch. I'm going with submission 2nd round. I mean, because you have not enough bitch energy already for this podcast, so I won't be.
Same pick here. No, I'm excited for it too. And I'm looking at the comments, and it's kind of like, I would say like most people are saying Islam, but you have some people like Antoine that are on Jack. I definitely think Jack's gonna get love this week as an underdog for sure. Especially in our Discord pool. He's a ×2 underdog. I could even see you potentially picking him just because you have to take a risk, right, at this point.
Yeah, but I'm picking other dogs probably.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch on this card, right? There's like, there's a bunch. You're going to take Eric McConico 3 times the points. Anyways, yeah, I mean, this is going to be an amazing fight. All right, let me go through the card.
Yeah.
Okay. Both took Camilo by submission. Both took Susurkaev by knockout, I think, right? Both of us, I think.
I said submission.
Okay, I took knockout. You took submission. All right. Kline by decision, both of us. Both took Chepe by decision. Both took Daukaus by knockout. I took Wellmaker by knockout. Marcel took Cody Haddon by decision.
Submission.
Right? Submission, sorry. Both took Blanchfield by decision. I took Robocop by submission. Marcel took Robocop by knockout.
I said, what did I say?
I don't know.
What did I say? I said 2nd round. I said, submission. TKO,
Okay,
knockdown submission, yeah.
There we go. Both took Nickal. I took him by decision. You took knockout.
KO, first round.
Both took BSD by knockout, right?
Yeah.
I took Carlos by decision. Marcel took Leon by decision. I took Morales by knockout. Marcel took Brady by decision.
Yeah.
I took Zhang by decision. Marcel took Valentina by decision, and we both took Islam by submission. So, a couple different dogs. I think I took like 4, and you took. I think Marcel, it's gonna be one of those cards again where we get like 2 and 2 or 3 and 3 on the dogs, and we have the same pick. Always, yeah, for sure. Write the picks down. Why would anyone listen? I can't write them down. I'm just telling you what they are. I know what my picks are. I write them down. Marcel doesn't write them. So, do we set new gate record? Probably. I mean, it's as the years go on, it just gets more expensive, right? What are you gonna say, Marcel?
No, I thought you said something else, but go ahead.
Antoine's really trying to sell us on Jack. I mean, listen, he's good. Like, I was there for the Bilal fight, man. He's great. I'm not picking against Islam. I can't do it.
I also don't.
Not with a guy who's won 15 straight fights. I just can't do it, But again, if he loses, it would be a welterweight against a stud like Jack. So, all right, man, I got to get out of here, guys. I got some fatherly duties to take care of, Marcel, but that was a really fun podcast, man. We'll be back next week to recap this card and preview Qatar. So that'd be fun too, Marcel. Anything else you want to say, man? Anything to the people?
Yeah, I would say enjoy the fights. Enjoy the fights. And see you guys next week for UFC Qatar, the preview and the recap for 322. Jesus, man. Yeah.
You're all good, brother. Okay, guys, we'll talk to you later. Have a great week, everyone. Peace. Thanks again, guys.